All right, so we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about somebody that most of you that are subscribed to this channel probably already know about at this point. But for those of you that are new to this channel when you watch this video, we're going to be talking about a person that we've discussed about several of times on this channel, and we're going to be talking about a YouTube content creator by the name of Quantum TV. Now, if you are new to this channel when you watch this video, basically Quantum TV is basically a guy who pretty much is always likes to be right all the time. And if you are somebody that absolutely like doesn't agree with like his opinion on something, whether it's like a game like Elden Ring, or whether it be a certain type of TV brand or a TV model itself. Like, for an example, like we're recording off of the Sony X90J, for an example, a 2021 full array LCD TV from Sony and stuff like that. Like, if you don't agree with anything along those lines, he will do whatever he has to get you to agree with his opinion. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, I like the guy just doesn't have really good takes when it comes to, TVs themselves. Like, yeah, he's had possibly, as far as I know, a couple of his videos have been a really good, decent take. The one of them is the LG C2 versus the LG C1, and he was talking about how the LG C1 is still kind of like in some cases better than the C2, even though I don't really think that one's better than the other. I think they're both pretty darn even. Although the C2 does get slightly 20% brighter because it is using a Evo panel that LG has announced last year on its new 2022 TVs, and even the 2023 TVs are also having this. But the LG C1 is really still incredibly good. And honestly, he was talking about how, like, the colors and such on like certain backgrounds on whether it be a TV show or movie that you're watching or a video game that you're playing, and how the colors won't go as dim as they would on the C2 that the C1 doesn't do. And honestly, that was honestly a good take that I would honestly give. But pretty much all of his other review videos on TVs and the brands and themselves and all of this good stuff, like, he has not had a really good take on most of these TVs. And most of the time, all I hear him talking about is how bad that the Sony brands are because they have bad motion. But really, when you really look at it, I've honestly heard that the Sony brand TVs actually have way better performance and motion than a lot of other TVs on the market from other brands. And I stand true to that. And personally, I think that when it comes to all brands, even if you're going from an OLED, LCD, whatever the case is, even from having and experiencing OLEDs like the Samsung S95B and the LG C1 as of right now, and then hopefully here in a couple more months, we will be getting the LG C2 instead of the TCL TV that we was originally going to get. Honestly, like, the Sony LCD TVs, such as the X900H, the X90J that we're currently playing off of right now, and then even the new X90K that we recently got in October, I the Sony TVs absolutely still look incredible, and they still are very, very sharp, and they still have really good colors, contrast, and not super bad dirty screen effect. They're almost an even color across the board, and Sony just does a really, really good job, in my opinion, when they produce their TVs. And I still hold to that, and a lot of people think the same thing. So that's one thing that like Quantum TV does not have good evidence on. He counts his YouTube channel as the number one brand in honesty or calibrator in honesty or whatever the case is, and he just doesn't do really all that good, and he has honestly bad takes on a lot of these TVs. And personally, like the Sony TVs are not the only thing that he's had horrible takes on. He's had bad takes on most of majority of Samsung's QLED TVs, which I've been hearing nothing but positive things with those TVs. And then another great TV that I personally like, that I know a lot of people don't like, that he had a bad take on, is the Vizio P-Series Quantum. And honestly, the Vizio P-Series Quantum is incredibly good. And honestly, even going from an OLED TV to that TV still, in some way, still feels like an OLED because of how deep and saturated that the colors are, and because it being a full array local dimming TV with incredible blacks as a VA panel with native awesome contrast. Like the Vizio P Series Quantum is literally still outstanding to this day, and we've had that TV for roughly going on 3 years now at this point, and it just still holds up really, really well. But yeah, if you're not familiar with the Quantum TV saga that happened, Quantum TV went after Mischief over his age because he had a video up that he didn't like of, freaking criticizing him over his dumb take with Elden Ring. And then he also went after the Act Man and then got private information about his mom, which, if you really think about it, that's actually like illegal to do, because if you get someone's private information like that out of nowhere, like that's illegal to do, for one. And he's went after freaking Review Tech USA and called him a pedophile because he basically got criticized. And that's just what part of YouTube is. If you have horrible takes on items that people love, especially like with me who like Sony TVs a lot, and he doesn't agree that Sony TVs are incredibly great, like that's just what the reality is. Like, I made a video back in October 2020 talking about how the Xbox Series S was not a true next generation console. And honestly, most of the comments I got, criticized for it because the Xbox Series S was a fantastic console. And then several months later, I got the console, and then I man up and I said, okay, I was actually wrong about the Xbox Series S, and it is actually an impressive piece of tech. So I didn't freaking get mad because people criticized me for something that I basically did. I just took it as it is, and then eventually something new comes up, and we just, we make a video and we talk about how we were wrong. Review Tech USA's done it, and countless of other content creators have done this, and it's honestly really, really neat to do. But Quantum TV can't literally take, like, not even one bit of criticism in his life. He thinks he's got to be right. He wants everybody to side with him on everything in the world, when he literally needs to understand that everybody likes different things and not everybody is exactly the same. But in his mind, he thinks that everybody should basically like what he likes. And honestly, like, this guy just is really, really dumb and really stupid at this point for basically thinking that everybody should be like him or should side with him on literally everything. So basically, he's basically trying to be, he's basically trying to say, well, like, since Sony TVs are no longer good in his opinion, nobody shouldn't buy them and Sony should go out of business. And that's just not how the world works at this point. So it's honestly, at this point, it's just, I don't know. It's very, very strange the way that Quantum TV acts. But yeah, Quantum TV has done horrible things on all of these content creators, and he literally just all the time thinks that he's actually right. And honestly, I don't even care at this point if he wants to, go after my YouTube channel or, false copy strike me, because I personally love, the Sony TVs that he doesn't like. Like, I personally don't even really care at this point how he feels. If he wants to give me a false, copyright strike on my video because it basically didn't side with him, then good. Like, good, Quantum. You can actually go ahead and do that, because it's actually not going to really do anything to my YouTube channel. If anything, it's just going to help me most likely get more viewers and help expand my YouTube channel even more. So you can go on ahead and do that, Quantum, if you do end up watching this TV or video. I don't even know why I said TV, but you can do that if you want, if you watch this video, Quantum. But honestly, I'm going to literally say this. You absolutely have the worst takes and the worst reviews when it comes to TVs. You are definitely not the number one brand in honesty and freaking calibrating for televisions in general. All of these other YouTubers like Digital Trends, Ratings, Stop the FOMO, all of these other YouTubers like those guys have way better takes and way better reviews on TVs than what your clown ass does. So I'm sorry, but that's the honest truth. So they have better takes than you. But anyway, that pretty much wraps the video up for the day. I hope you all enjoyed it. Rate if you like this video. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel. And be sure to leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below about Quantum TV's BS. Because at this point, I think that this is honestly going to be the last Quantum TV video that we're going to be doing for probably a little while, unless some more crazy stuff happens. But that pretty much does it for the video today. So just leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below of the BS that is with Quantum TV. And also just be sure to hit a like and also subscribe if you are new to this channel. But without any further ado, that pretty much does the video for today. Rate, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next video. Peace.